Hello, and welcome to the Nuts and Bolts the Job Search informational sessions brought to you by the Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia Employment Resources Consortium, otherwise known as POWER. POWER consists of 11 law schools in our region dedicated to promoting best practices in law school career development and assisting in the career success of all of our students and alumni within their legal communities and within the profession as a whole. The Nuts and Bolts the Job Search series is a collaborative effort to educate our students and alumni on some professionalism basics, to supplement your legal studies and help you develop into a well-rounded lawyer. My name is Sarah Weissman, and I am the Assistant Director of Private Sector Careers at the University of Pittsburgh School of Law. Today's session will cover virtual networking. We are so glad you are here. Now let's get started. The objectives for today's session: we will define what is virtual professional networking. We will briefly discuss the benefits as well as the challenges. We will talk about the process for virtual networking and cover effective tips, tools, and techniques to implement when virtually networking. Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. Virtual networking simply means that you are doing this in some means that is not in person. This allows you to foster mutually beneficial relationships and can be essential in your career development. Networking comes with many benefits as well as challenges. It allows you to build valuable local, regional, national, and even international relationships. A web of supporters, in fact. It allows you to be intentional and specific with your outreach. It's convenient. It can occur at any time and anywhere. It does not involve travel and incurs little to no cost and can be done with relatively low stress. However, it does come with some challenges. People have varying levels of comfort with technology. Recipients can delete your email. This could be a mistake, or it could be on purpose, and requires persistence and follow-up to ensure that your message is received. So how to virtually network? First, you need to determine what are your goals. Who do you want to target? Why are you networking in the first place? What do you hope to achieve from this connection? What do you hope to walk away with from the event? Consider what you want from your professional relationships and connections, and think about who you know who could advise you on it or put you in touch with someone who can. But give your networking intention. Otherwise, you're aimlessly contacting people with no goal in mind, which is a waste of your time and your desired contact's time. Ensure your online presence reflects your brand and image, and make sure you're allocating sufficient time. Networking, whether in person or virtually, is all about building relationships. This includes nurturing existing relationships that you already have through your undergrad education, at the law school, among your family, friends, through other associations that you may belong to. And it also involves growing new relationships where you can be broad and be very open with who you're reaching out to. Managing the process can be overwhelming at times. The first goal is to identify the best tool or method for the outreach. There are many options available. You have to think not only as what will be most convenient for you, but what the recipient may like to receive and may find most convenient. The tools you have available include email, phone, video conferencing, real-time virtual programming, and social media chat functions. What's critical is that you maintain organization and track your contacts and outreach. This will allow you to space out follow-up and also to ensure that you can discuss and recall what was previously discussed, because you will have thoroughly tracked this in a spreadsheet. And it will also ensure you are not following up too quickly or being too persistent with the same contact. Best practices when virtually networking. It's important to be authentic. Bring your best positive and professional self and be yourself. Make sure from the upfront that you clearly articulate your intent. This means knowing your elevator pitch. Why do you want this person to be in your network, and what do you want them to know about you? Make sure you are extending the contact courtesy and grace. Remember that they may not respond immediately. Be present, actively participate, and be aware of both your verbal and nonverbal communication to show that you are engaged. Add value, give a reason to reconnect and continue the conversation with your contact. Follow up, and you have to strike the right balance. Not too much, not too little. Common mistakes to avoid: not establishing ground rules or boundaries. Everybody has a lot going on these days, and you want to ensure that when you are approaching a networking opportunity, you are clear and your contact is clear what you hope to get out of the event. You don't want to focus all of your efforts on new contacts. Think about who you already know and what may be valuable in terms of reaching back out to existing contacts. You do not want to send cold emails without prior engagement or contacts. To create a meaningful relationship with a new contact, you must have a solid foundation to start from. Before sending the cold email, see who you might have in common with this desired contact in your network, and see if that person might be able to make an introduction for you. Consider accessibility issues for virtual events. Make sure that you are demonstrating reciprocity and not only seeking something from those that you are reaching out to. And lastly, don't only network with higher level contacts. Meeting with managers or partners in the law can be a huge asset, but don't overlook the value of your peers. Networking laterally is a great way to keep a pulse on what's happening in the legal industry and can be helpful connections for referrals or recommendations as you plan to make your next career move. If you have questions, make sure you contact your law school career services office for additional information and assistance.